One time. Stand up. One time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Doing Dating Right show. I'm Ashley Empowers.
And I'm Carrington.
And thank you so much for tuning in. So on this show, we answer your questions on dating, relationships, your walk with God, or anything in general. And today, I will be reading a question we received via Instagram. So the question says, "Hello, I have a dating question. I'm about to leave my current job, and while I've been there, I got myself tangled up with someone that God told me not to entertain. So with this transition to leave my job and focus on school, I also told myself that I was not going to chase guys anymore and I was going to stay focused on what God has me doing. About 2 days later, a guy comes to pick up food from where I work, and while he was waiting, we get into a conversation. Long story short, we've been communicating for the past 3 days, and he is nothing like the guys I used to talk to. He is a believer, very respectful, has a great personality, great conversation, and we are very similar in a lot of ways and have a lot in common, even when it comes to purpose. But I'm feeling really anxious and not at peace, and I'm not sure why. I struggle with anxiety a lot, and I'm very hard on myself. I just can't discern my feelings. If God is telling me no, or if it's just me. The only concern I had with this guy is that he expressed that he likes to learn about world religion, and he does believe in things like chakras. But he did stress that he believes in God and that Jesus is his Lord and Savior. We talked about being led by the Spirit. We talked about the Lord. And the other thing was he uses profanity. But I can't really be mad because I use it under my breath a lot and in my head. So do you have any advice? By the way, he's planning a date for this week. I don't know what we're doing, but I like how he actually plans dates because I've never experienced this with other guys.
Listen, first off, I think majority of people cuss in their head. All right, so let's not trip on that. All right, let me be serious. All right, cool. So first thing you expressed was you're experiencing anxiety as it pertains to this relationship. Anxiety is oftentimes a result of focusing too much on the future and not allowing yourself to be really in the present. And so what I would advise in that area is stop allowing yourself to think so much in the future about what could happen and what may happen, and allow yourself to be where you are and just to embrace the process of growing in a relation and building with somebody, right? Next thing is this: you express some of the things that he does that he doesn't like. And if we were having a conversation, my question would be, hey, do you have non-negotiables in place? And if they do, are these things on your list? Because if they're not on your non-negotiable list, then that means he has permission to grow and develop and progress in these areas. And so I would advise you to have a conversation with him with any of these things that really bother you and say, hey, why are you like this? What are your thoughts about this? What makes you interested in it? Why are you pursuing it? So that you can have the clarity that you need to determine whether or not you want to continue growing in this relationship.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that stuck out to me is that you said you didn't have any peace, but it sounds like you're really excited to get to know him. So the first thing that I would do before you even take a step further is actually praying and asking God what his will is for this relationship. And if this is a season where you need to be dating, because you said in the beginning of your email that this is the time that you need to be focusing on school, and you just happen to meet this guy. So I just don't want you to waste any time. And not to say that this can't turn into something amazing. You just want to make sure that you're staying within the will of God.
That's good.
So pray about it. Make sure you have those non-negotiables in place and understand there is no perfect person, but you want to go with your peace in all things. And if something feels a little bit off, then you really need to be obedient and really go with your peace. So thank you so much for sending in this question. If anyone else has questions for Carrington and I, email us at info@802gametime.com. It's also linked down below. And we also want to know, what would you do in this situation? Let us know what you would do if you would continue to talk to him, continue to get to know him, or if you would just say, you know what, it's a no for me. Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.